Good morning friends, you are all welcome by Dinesh Miglani sir. This is our concept of percentages as a fraction rule. In this session we are going to understand the concept of percentages as a rule of fraction. Let us start with the session, what this session talks about. As we know that percent simply means out of 100, percent simply means out of 100, right? We use the percentage for making a comparison, the quantity from 100, and the basic fractions that you know, when you say 100% that is equal to 1, since it is 100 upon 100. Similarly, if I take 1 by 2, that is equal to 50%, 1 by 3, this is equal to 33.33%, right? Similarly, when you take 25%, that is equal to 1 by 4, 1 by 5, that is equal to 20%, 1 by 6, 16.66%, 1 upon 7, 14.28%. Okay, when you say 1 upon 8, its value is 12.5%, 1 upon 9, this is 11.11%, 1 upon 10, the value is equal to 10%, 1 upon 11, this is equal to 9.09%, 1 upon 12, that is 8.33%, 1 upon 13, this is equal to 7.69%, 1 upon 14, that is 7.14%, 1 upon 15, this is 6.66%, 1 upon 16, that is 6.25%. Okay, so we know that is our basic percentages, basic fractional table. But here point is that how to use. Here we are going to understand how to use this fractional table in answering our problem. That's important for us. Now in percentage we have two things. First one is percentage increase, right? Suppose I have to make a number increased by 20%. I have to increase a number by 20%, right? So what I do as a concept, whatever the number is there, I make it as 120 divided by 100. Suppose my number is x, I have to increase my number by 20%. I have to make it as 120 by 100, right? So that I have to make it as x into 6 upon 5. Okay. Now instead of writing this, what I will do, since I know 20% is taken as 1 upon 5, 20% is taken as 1 upon 5. Okay. Now I have to increase, it means whatever the denominator is there, that have to be added in the numerator. So it should be 5 plus 1 by 5. The fraction should be 6 upon 5. Okay, means since we know that when we say percentage, it means we are comparing out of 100. So instead of assuming it to be x, suppose you have to increase a number by 20%, it means your fractional value is 6 by 5. Means if number is 5, now it becomes equal to 6. Similarly, if you have to decrease a number by 20%, so what you will do, 20% is 1 by 5, it means earlier it is 5, now it will be 4. I have to subtract 5 minus 1, that will be 4. Okay, so that thing you have to understand how to make a fraction. If my original number is 5, now it will be 4. Suppose if I say we have to decrease a number by 35%. Decrease a number by 35%, right? So what I will say, 35 by 100, that would be 7 upon 20. It means I have to decrease, so my fraction should be 20 minus 7, 13 upon 20, right? It means if I have to decrease a number, so my fractional value should be 13 by 20. It means if my number is 20, now it will become equal to 13 after the decrease. Similarly, if you have increased a number by 40%, so what I can say, 40% would be 40 by 100, 2 by 5. It means if my number is 5, now it will become equal to 7. So we can say that if there is a 40% increase, my fractional value should be 7 upon 5. So I can say if there is an increase of 40%, it will be equal to 7 by 5. That is the percentage increase, right? Now how to use it? Let us take some questions. Suppose it is given that there is a number, first it increases by 20%, then further it increases by 40%. मतलब first the number increases by 20%, further the number increases by 40%. So we have to find out what is the overall percentage change या overall percentage increase. That's my statement, right? So how we can say, suppose number increases by 20%, it means earlier it was 5, now it becomes equal to 6. If the number increases by 40%, 40% is 2 by 5. Earlier it was 5, now it is 7. It means 25 will become equal to 42. Means earlier my number is 25, now it becomes 42. Right, so what is the increase? That is 17. 17 is increase when it is 25. In case of percentage, it must be 100. So my answer is equal to 68%. That becomes my answer, right? So I can say that overall percentage increase in that case is 68%. Again check out. Since it increases by 20%, it means my fractional increase is 1 by 5. So it should be 6 by 5. Then there is an increase of 40%, it means 2 by 5. It should be 7 by 5. So if now it is 42 and earlier it was 25, so what is the increase? 17. 17 is increased on 25. It means when I have to take 100, so 100 would be on 68. So my percentage change in the number is 68%. That becomes our answer, right? Let us take further. Suppose a number is there. First it increases by 25%, then it decreases by 40%, then further it increases by 50%, right? So we have to find out what is the overall percentage change in the number, increase or decrease, whatever it is, that we have to find out, right? So what I will do, 25% as a fraction 1 by 4, it becomes 5 by 4. 40% as a fraction 2 by 5, it becomes 3 by 5. 50% as a fraction 1 by 2, it becomes 3 by 2. Okay, it means what I can say, 4 5s are 20 and 2 40, and 3 3 9 and 5 45. It means 45 40. If earlier it was 40, increases 5, it should be 5 by 40 into 100. The answer is 12.5%. That becomes my answer. Means here I have to find out the overall percentage change. So what I have done, I have taken as a fraction 5 by 4, then it decreases by 40%, it means 3 by 5, then it increases by 50%, it means 3 by 2. Okay, so what I can say, 5 3 15 3 45, 4 5 20 to 40. It means it is now 40 to 45. There is an increase of 5, right? So 5 by 40 into 100. The answer to my question is overall increase in it would be 12.5%, right? So that is the rule of increase and decrease. Now most important point of this topic is how to use these type of concepts in some typical problems. Means let us start with wherever two parameters are multiplied, two or more parameters are multiplied, and this is the resultant, right? Let us start with the first variety. Suppose if I say length of a rectangle increases by 20% and breadth of the rectangle increases by 50%. Means length of the rectangle increases by 20% and breadth of the rectangle increases by 50%. We have to find out what is the percentage change in area. We have to find out what is the percentage change in area, that we have to find out. Okay, so how we can find out? The process is length increases by 20%. It means my fractional value is 6 by 5, and breadth increases by 50%. My fractional value would be 3 by 2. It means this is 18 and this is 10. So what is the percentage change? 8 by 10, that is equal to 80%. So we can say that percentage increase in the area is equal to 80%. That becomes my answer, right? So what I have done here, 20% is 1 by 5, so you can make it as 6 by 5. 50% is 1 by 2, you have to make it as 3 by 2. So from here we can say that is 18 upon 10, increases of 8, 8 by 10 into 100. The overall percentage change in the area will be 80%. Second question is, if I say if side of a square increases by 30%, side of a square increases by 30%, we have to find out what is the percentage change in area. Okay, now what is the process? Since side increases by 30%, it means earlier it was 10, now it becomes equal to 13. Here also it is 10, it becomes equal to 13, right? So what I can say, now area is 169, old area was 100, so percentage change equal to 69%, that becomes my answer. So here I can say that overall percentage change in the area is equal to 69%, that is our answer, right? Let us take the next one. If I say that expenditure means, I can say price into consumption, price into consumption on a quantity, this is always equal to expenditure, right? Now my question is, if price increases by 40% and overall expenditure increases by 60%, right? The question is, what is the percentage change in consumption? What is the percentage change in consumption? That's my statement, right? So what I can say, if price increases by 40%, it means my increment value is, the fraction is 2 by 5. So I can say that would be 7 by 5. That we don't have. Expenditure increases by 60%. So 60% is 3 by 5. It means that is equal to 8 upon 5, right? Now when I observe it, 5 is going to be cancelled out. So my fraction becomes 8 upon 7. Here my fraction becomes 8 upon 7. It means from 7 it becomes equal to 8. So what is the increase? 1. So I can say 1 upon 7 into 100. So my answer is 14.28%. So here we can say that if price increases by 40% and expenditure increases by 60%, that would only be possible when consumption increases by 14.28%. That is my answer, right? Let us take the next statement here. It's given that if radius of a circle increases by 70%, radius of the circle increases by 70%, we have to find out what is the percentage change in area. The question is, what is the percentage change in area? Since we know area of the circle is pi r square, that is r into r, so radius increases by 17%, it means that is radius is 17 upon 10, and the next one is 17 upon 10, right? So we can say that is 289 upon 100, that is 289 upon 100, right? So what is the increase? Increase is 189. So I can say that the percentage change in area is equal to 189%. That becomes our answer, right? So here we can say that overall percentage increase in the area is equal to 189%. Let us take one more statement. It is given that price into consumption is equal to expenditure. Price of an article increases by 60%. By what percentage consumption should be changed so that overall expenditure will remain the same, right? So what I can say, 60% as a fraction is 3 by 5. It means it becomes equal to 8 by 5. For making the expenditure to be same, I have to make it as 5 upon 8, right? So what is the decrease? 3. I have to make it on 8, right? The 1 upon 8 is 12.5%. So 3 upon 8 is taken as 37.5%. So here I can say that overall percentage change in the consumption is equal to 37.5%. That becomes my answer, right? So with that we can use the concept of this fractional values into the percentage, and you can observe that most of the questions of the percentage can be easily used by the concept of the fraction. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you very much.